Welcome to WatchMojo. I'm Ricky, and we're here at E3 2019. Now, there have been a lot of really great reveals at the show, but there have been a couple that have fallen flat with audiences. So today, we're counting down our picks for the worst moments of E3 2019.
Thanks, Ricky. For this list, we're looking at the moments from E3 2019 that, well, fell flat. If you're wanting a little more positivity, be sure to check out our top 10 best moments for E3 2019 afterwards.
We are working together to bring auto chess to your world, both on PC and mobile.
Number 10, the entire EA Playstream.
To us, we've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really want to go into it too far.
Go home.
Sorry.
Regardless of them not having a press conference, EA still managed to find a way onto our worst list. There was a small voice in the back of our heads that was praying for some big reveal. A new game that showed they've learned from EA's many, many recent blunders. Alas, EA managed to waste our entire Saturday doing nothing.
And that's what it's all about, authenticity, and that's great that you guys take that extra level of realism. Can we see some more X Factors in action? Can we, we talked about Mahomes at the start of the show.
Sure, there was that gameplay reveal for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but the demo left much to be desired, making the game seem like a cookie-cutter action RPG. They should have just skipped E3 entirely. You were probably better off watching the Nintendo Invitational, since it was going on at the same time.
What, A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
Number 9, Fallout 76 gets applause for NPCs and Battle Royale? One of Fallout 76's biggest criticisms, aside from the bugs, was the lack of human NPCs. Something that nobody complained about at all was the lack of a Battle Royale mode. But let's not fret, fellow Vault Dwellers. Bethesda is still updating the game for all 76 people in the world who are still playing it. I think they were all in the front row as well.
We love playing it, and we think you will too.
And the newest updates are a treasure trove of pandering. The studio announced a new expansion coming later this year that will add human NPCs to Fallout 76, as well as a new story. This was something that should have been included in the game, yet people applauded anyway. What were you guys on? If this didn't reek of pandering, then the new Nuclear Winter Battle Royale mode sure did. Bethesda's practically pulling the same stunt EA did in 2018.
Yeah, we put a Battle Royale in Fallout 76. That's right.
Number 8, Kingdom Hearts Remind forgets to include audio. One of the most awkward moments from E3 2018 was Square Enix's decision to release multiple trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3 without sound effects. Square Enix decided to do the same thing again for the Kingdom Hearts Remind DLC, only this time with no sound effects and no voices, just music. The whole trailer came off as uninteresting and unprofessional, looking like something you would throw together for a promoted social media post. Seriously, I've seen fan trailers that had better production values than this. This is E3. This is your time to make your game stand out. If there was a better trailer that wasn't ready before the conference, it should have been axed. Number 7, Shenmue 3 quietly becomes an Epic Games exclusive.
I just want to say thank you to all the fans supporting me for the long 20 years.
While we were in the midst of showcases and trailers, Shenmue 3 found itself in hot water with PC players. Publisher Deep Silver announced Shenmue 3 would launch as an Epic Game Store exclusive, despite many Kickstarter backers opting for the Steam version. As one would expect, backers were outraged and began demanding refunds, only to be refused because Kickstarter is not a store. When PC Gamer reached out to Deep Silver, a PR representative stated that the company was looking into issuing refunds, while clarifying that the exclusivity deal will last 1 year. At time of writing, the Steam store page for Shenmue 3 is still up and advertises a planned release date of coming soon. Not cool, guys. Not cool.
What did you say to me? Stop it.
Number 6, the Battletoads letdown. Last year, Microsoft announced the long-awaited return of Battletoads with a brief teaser trailer. This year, they finally showed some gameplay, and oh boy, people are not happy. You can tell from the art style and animation that Battletoads was not given a hefty budget, making the game seem like a cheaply made Toon Bloom cartoon. Characters such as the Dark Queen and the Battletoads themselves are almost unrecognizable. Needless to say, fans are not happy about this either. Many comments are calling for a change in the visuals under the gameplay trailer's YouTube page. Unfortunately, it might be too late in development to turn that ship around. But you never know. Number 5, CrossFireX. WTF? At one point in their conference, Xbox had displayed some text on screen that said, "A PC legend is coming to Xbox in 2020. Phil Spencer proceeded to hype up this partnership with the supposedly legendary Smilegate and their supposedly landmark franchise. Behold, CrossFireX. Wait, what?
For the very first time, only on Xbox. This is CrossFireX.
World premiere.
For those of you who don't know, Crossfire is a free-to-play Counter-Strike clone that is hugely popular in China and South Korea. That's great and all, but Phil presented the game as if the series was a household name with Western audiences. Like he was making a groundbreaking announcement. The trailer didn't even explain what the game was all about either. With underwhelming fanfare and severe miscommunication, something tells us Crossfire won't be as popular in the West as it is in the East. We're not saying we want it to crash and burn, but we can't really see it succeeding as it's being marketed right now. Number 4, Mythic Quest TV show.
Because our show takes place in the fictional studio that created the biggest MMORPG in the world, Mythic Quest.
There's only one reason people go to E3, and that's for the games. Emphasis on the games part because Ubisoft still hasn't gotten the memo. Rob McElhenney of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame took time out of Ubisoft's conference to present his new TV show, Mythic Quest, coming to Apple TV+.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop. What is this?
It's a commercial for the game.
It's a commercial for you.
This was perhaps the most irrelevant announcement Ubisoft has ever made. It's one thing to try and announce a film adaptation to your IP, but what about this was deemed necessary to waste the audience's time at E3? Because the show is centered on a fictional game studio? Had this been saved for something like, I don't know, San Diego Comic-Con, reception would probably be better than it is now.
Oh my god. This is insane.
Number 3, The Fall of Commander Keen.
And now, for something completely different.
If it wasn't for the sparkling logo in the back, we would have thought Bethesda's conference was an EA conference, especially after what they did to our beloved Commander Keen. For those of you unfamiliar with the franchise, Commander Keen was one of the very first games developed by id Software. It was a side-scrolling action platformer about a boy genius who travels the galaxy while fighting alien menaces like the Grand Intellect. Bethesda has now turned this IP into a mobile game, and it looks absolutely nothing like Commander Keen at all. It's pretty much Commander Keen in name only. It'll probably be just as microtransaction heavy as, say, The Elder Scrolls Blades too. The announcement only gave us flashbacks of what happened to Command & Conquer last year. Oh my god, what were you guys thinking?
Tonight, as we introduce Commander Keen to a new generation of players, we're also introducing the next generation of heroes.
Number 2, too many Ubisoft expansions.
Be wary. Sakura is the spirit of death.
Ubisoft has always had some weird conferences, but this year's was downright terrible. Yeah, we'll give them points for Watch Dogs Legion and Gods and Monsters, even though we know nothing about it. However, in addition to obsessing over the Tom Clancy franchises, most of Ubisoft's conference was spent on expansions. Updates to Rainbow Six Siege and The Division 2 could have easily been saved for a panel, a tweet, or a blog post. These were simply not as big or important enough to take up as much time as they did on stage, and it made the presentation feel like it would never end. Ubisoft, you should have kept this showcase short, sweet, and to the point.
Once an impenetrable fortress, it has fallen to the Black Tusks, and its secrets are about to be thrown out into the open.
Not quite there yet. Almost though. Just be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to the countdown. Number 1, mobile games overload.
At Bethesda, we, like you, love mobile games.
Hey, I'm just wondering, are you guys from a parallel universe where hardcore gamers love mobile games?
Oh dear god, there were way too many mobile games shown this year. Square Enix spent time on Final Fantasy Brave Exodus. Ubisoft gave Splinter Cell fans the middle finger by shoving Sam Fisher into Tom Clancy's Elite Squad. Bethesda talked about 3 mobile games, including the aforementioned Commander Keen. Microsoft had a Gears of War game styled around Funko Pop toys. It was obvious these announcements were made specifically for shareholders, but let's face it, mobile games are not what people get excited about at E3. Why should we get excited about free-to-play games that'll most likely embody some shady monetization scheme? If there's anything the booming presence of mobile games have showed us, it's that we now know where these companies' heads are at.
You can head over to Bethesda.net to get a glimpse at the new cards and content, or play it this week in our booth. I'll see you there, clapping.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.